The following live broadcast is rated PG. Parental guidance is suggested. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow Ear Shoulder Voice on YouTube and Facebook, or visit our website at www.earshouldervoice.com.
We've got to work together.
Good evening. How you all doing, and how was your night? Welcome to Ear Shoulder Voice. I'm asking specifically how your night was because many of you know last night was Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day is an absolute wonderful day out there, but a lot of people think it's a Hallmark holiday. It's not something that really should be celebrated. It's made up. Is it made up? Of course, all holidays to a point are made up, but it's not really that Hallmark holiday you're thinking of. Did you know Sweetest Day was actually developed in the early 1900s, and it wasn't designed for couples and Valentine's. It was actually for the other people. The people who were lonely. It was designed for orphans, people with nowhere to go, and it was to give them some outlet that they could be loved too, and it was all about them. Slowly over time, it did change a little bit, and Sweetest Day was then initially designed for the man. That's right. It was designed for the woman to do something for the man, to give small gifts, small tokens of appreciation, things that they did that was kind of the opposite of Valentine's Day. Since then, of course, it's delved into something that people either believe in or they don't believe in because it's Hallmark, shut up, Bill. We'll get to that in a minute. They don't believe it either way. But it is something. It's a time to celebrate with the people you love. Today's topic is, of course, about last night. It's a Sweetest Day special. What we're going to talk about those wonderful, wonderful experiences we had last night, if we had them. But we're also going to talk about the best and worst dates we've experienced throughout our lives. We're going to talk about maybe things, expectations you want on a date, what you see, what you get, what you've always wanted, maybe. But it's going to be a good time, and we want you to engage and join us, of course. Don't forget, while you're here, it's always good to like, share, follow, and subscribe to Ear Shoulder Voice on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, everything, Instagram. We're out there. So get on there so you can follow, be a part of all our live broadcasts. Go to our website at earshouldervoice.com, and you can be a part of our shows. We always look forward to having you here, and your input is always appreciated. All right, we're going to bring in our first panelist tonight. Please welcome back, as always. We love having her here. Nikki, how you doing?
Hi, Keith.
How was your night last night?
It was good. You know, we don't celebrate Sweetest Day, as like anything. It was coincidental. We did go out. We had a good night together. Weekend with no children. That's always like.
That's a celebration right there.
Right. So, it was not bad. It was all right.
So you kind of got to spend some time alone together and enjoy that.
Yeah, we went on a little adventure. We went to Ohio, to Toledo.
A foreign country, wow.
Right.
Or as my friends once put it, Michigan's extra space.
Yeah.
But
Greg likes to drive. He's if he could be a truck driver, he would totally be doing that for a living. It's not a family job.
No.
So he just wanted to drive. So I was like, okay, let's go to Ohio.
Those are the best kind of trips, though, when you got no plans and you're just like, let's do something, and you go.
Yeah.
If you don't have any, expectations, you're not going to be disappointed.
Exactly.
All right. We're going to bring in our next panelist now. Brandon, how you doing? Good to have you back, as always.
Dude, I love that our Meet the Panel little segment is so much like Hannah Montana.
Hey, that's my inspiration for everything, okay? Hannah's my girl.
I like it. I'm proud of you. I'm here for it. So I get out to Rockford last night to visit my dad, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't know until I was sitting at the bar with my stepmom and my dad that it was Sweetest Day. And I was like, oh. So I text my girl. I'm like, hey, I forgot what day it is. Sorry. Happy Sweetest Day. She was
you could have totally flipped it, Brandon, and been like, I'm so disappointed. You forgot my holiday.
It's yours.
It worked out.
See, I gave you that fact in the intro. It's technically our holiday here.
Right. That's why we didn't celebrate it. No, she was like, she moved all over the place, but mostly in like southern states, and Sweetest Day is pretty much a Midwest only thing. So she was like, no one celebrates that. I had no idea it was. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It is. Well, more people should. We deserve our holiday, but you know, if it's a holiday and it's meant to help the guys, they're going to forget about it in time. It's just how it
Every
works.
day's your holiday, okay?
Yeah.
I feel ganged up on because I don't think that's true. I think actually it's the opposite. Like when it's holidays for Greg, man, we go all out, buddy. We like go all out. When it's my day, they forget.
Well, I mean, like the national holiday, of course.
I'm talking my
Or
birthday.
something more
Keith.
celebrated. Well,
My birthday.
I can't do anything on that one.
Mother's Day, my special days. I only
Every
get
day is
two.
Mother's Day.
Lies.
All right, well, you're not going to
Every
feel
day,
so alone on this panel in a moment. Well, hopefully you're not going to feel so alone on this panel because we're going to bring in our next panelist as soon as she turns towards this camera. How you doing, Mona?
Hi.
Hi, Mona.
Hi, I didn't see you there.
Mona is, Mona is a very special guest here tonight. She's a very shy guest, as you can tell. So, Mona, how was your sweetest day?
Oh, it was wonderful.
What'd you do?
All right, hold on. So,
Okay, is this a moment? Are we waiting for a moment here?
no, nothing bad happened. I mean, it wasn't like really like a big like thing. I mean, we really couldn't. Some stuff like happened the night before, so we ended up having to take our friend back to the plant on Sweetest Day. I didn't even realize it was Sweetest Day until like we took her because all this stuff happened. And when I did realize it was Sweetest Day, we were on the way back home, so we just like drove, talked, and then we ended up having to go to his sister's house to babysit. And all we really did was just like watch movies and just hang out together. And we weren't on our phones. That was a big thing. We weren't on our phone. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. And actually,
That's
if you were like babysitting and your boyfriend came over there, and based on my experience of being a kid, that probably was a pretty awesome sweetest day. Just saying, it sounds pretty good.
well, we babysat for his sister. So his sister called both of us and told us both to go over there. And his nephew was already in bed. So we had the house to ourselves, pretty much, because he was already in bed. So we were like,
Okay, well, we got to keep it a little PG, so I don't want all the details.
well, everything was PG.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
Well, I was tired.
I know, we're sad for you.
Tired.
I was tired. So, I mean, I wasn't really.
I agree, Bill. Yes.
Halloween is the best
Oh my
holiday.
god,
and it's
speaking
coming
of
up.
Halloween, stop. Speaking of Halloween being the best holiday, okay, so like 2 days before Sweetest Day, we went to the creepy Baby Hill in Michigan.
Ooh.
The what? To the what?
Creepy
So,
Baby
like,
Hill?
Yeah, so
Baby
Baby
Hill?
Hill. No, literally, it's like this
That was
hill
my
and
girlfriend lying down.
Shut up.
It was
Steve.
creepy.
Listen.
It was.
So much for PG.
It's this hill, and it's got baby dolls, and baby dolls that are like cut up, or the like are killer baby dolls, and it's literally on the middle of the freeway, in the middle of nowhere, in a ghost town in Michigan where you barely have cell phone service, and it's weird because so if you're coming and you pass through first,
Okay.
it's all like that's a little ghost town, so it's all like God and Christian and this and that. And then as soon as you get out of it and you go closer into Fairview, there's like these evil looking baby dolls.
Ew,
That
And they're
sounds
just
creepy.
there. And then you
Creepy.
drive past it. And then if you're coming from the other way and you drive through Fairview first, you see these creepy baby dolls, and then you see In God We Trusted, like this whole little Christian community like a half mile away. And that was pretty creepy.
Yeah, they're
That is today's
rebuking
topic:
Satan.
mutilated baby dolls and the human response.
Sweetest Day.
Sweetest day. It's
It
good
wasn't
memories.
on Sweetest Day. It was like 2 days before it.
No, I know. It's just it's an interesting topic. It'll be good for Halloween
Mona,
coming up because
is
Bill,
it
you're right.
supposed to say,
I saw something creepy last
is it
night.
supposed to say boo behind you, or is it Bo?
Yes.
Or
Okay,
did you just
stop.
have
Leave
commitment
that alone.
issues?
Okay, leave that
Her head
alone.
is the third O.
Ah.
No, okay.
Whoa.
One of the O's kept falling, and I got mad and just ripped it off the ceiling. And then I said, when those two fall off, I'm gonna like rip them off, and they're hanging on by a thread.
Oh well, at least they're still there.
Makes
All right,
sense.
let's get. Go ahead, Nikki.
Oh, I just said makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. Okay, we're gonna get back on topic here a little bit. Obviously, nobody did anything major for Sweetest Day. I noticed that. I worked, unfortunately, and working in a bar full of people, nobody really cared. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot even working there. But it is something that a lot of people do celebrate and a lot of people remember. But what is like, have you ever had a really good day for you, Nikki? Like anything really special that happened, whether it was Valentine's, Sweetest Day? Not your birthday, because we know not shit happens for that.
No, No, not really. We're really simple people, you guys. Like, fun to us is like going on the trails or going fishing, or like we're outdoorsy. We're just very simple people. We went to a Mexican restaurant last night. I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. The margarita was, I'm going to write a review. It was a pina colada margarita.
Okay.
Should not happen.
No.
Shouldn't be.
Never.
It should always be rum. I just wanted to try it and I wanted to see. And of course I had to drink it. Unfortunately, I got a jumbo. So I had to drink a jumbo nasty margarita. But it was all good. Yeah.
So you said you liked like the trails and the nature. Well, nature hikes are a way a lot of people can. It's the most romantic things you can do.
Yeah.
So where was the best place you went? Where's
our honeymoon? We went to a couple different waterfalls in Tennessee. Because when we got married, we we did the shotgun wedding. We went to the courthouse. We went to Roseville Courthouse, and then
I will be back.
All right.
And then we.
You said courthouse. She's out of here.
Yeah, she's like, what? And then we drove 8 hours to Tennessee. Well, we had like a tiny 4-person, me, Greg, and a couple other people, our witnesses, little reception, to get the dance in. We had a toast, whatever. And then we drove to Tennessee, and I met his parents. He met my dad, because we hadn't met each other's family before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, that's
whatever.
cool, though.
Yeah.
That's a good meeting, actually, right there. What about you, Brandon? What was your best dating experience, whether you did the date or somebody did it for you? Okay. This is a smooth show tonight, guys. I was like...
Everyone's got all these good times, I guess. That's cool. No. No, I guess the best experience would be, like, just the impromptu, like, hey, you want to just go... Actually, one of the best dates we had was just going to Stony Creek and getting to show her all the little places in the park that most people don't know about, because I worked there for 4 years and I know all these cool little places that you can get away from all the people. And
again, nature is always good for dates. Anything nature, waterfalls.
There's weird creepy babies on a hill. I'm glad.
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
run into
That makes for a very interesting one. We haven't gotten to the creepy baby date yet, but that'll be interesting.
Baby date?
I mean, obviously both.
We need to have a team meetup at Stony Creek for some adventures, because I bet you know some good spots, Brandon.
Yeah.
I got this underground bunker from like World War II that most people don't know how to get to. It's
You gotta take us, please. I'm eating kisses.
do it. I think it'd be
This
sweet.
is
Yeah, let's
kisses
do it.
fit for the show. Wow,
Right.
this is an
Vampire
interesting one.
kisses.
Okay, so okay,
that's
obviously,
Sweetest
obviously both of you have people right now, so that's good. So obviously, sometimes you can't talk about your best dates if they weren't with those people. I get that as well. So, but what about worst dates? I'm sure we can talk about that. Prior to you meeting the one you love, what would be your worst experience going out? Let's start with you, Nikki.
Oh my god. This schmuck I dated. So I knew him. Yes, he was a total schmuck. I knew him from high school. He actually dated a friend of mine, and then as adults we kind of re-met, whatever. Well, so I already knew he was kind of possessive, kind of a bad guy. What? He was a bad guy.
Shut up.
So I knew there was this party going on I wanted to go to. Well, he's like, oh no, you can't go to the party, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to take you out to dinner. So we go out to dinner, and when the bill comes, this retard forgot his wallet. And I ended up buying dinner. Well, he takes me home. It was a very strange ending. He probably felt like an idiot, or I don't know. He took me home. There was no conversation. And then I find out from a friend he showed up to the party I wanted to go to, and he told me I couldn't go to. He showed up to that party. mind you, it was like he was older than me, so it was, I was 17, 18. He was 20 something, showing up to a 17-year-old's party, 18-year-old's party.
Wow.
Retard. Made me pay for dinner and then
What a
goes to
Nino.
my party.
Yeah, you're right. That's a scam. That's one of those scammer guys out
Yeah.
there.
Trap.
So
Yeah.
you missed some of it there. I know she
Dodge
mentioned
that bullet.
courthouses and you ran, Mona, but you're back and we're glad about that. We were talking about the best experience. What would you consider the best experience you've ever had on a date? Tell
Okay,
your
like,
boyfriend to plug his ears if he needs to.
well, it's really okay. So like, I don't know. I guess like would consider like my best and worst date like to be in the same night.
Really? Oh, I'm interested in this one.
Cause okay, so like we're not on the worst date topic yet, so I'm not gonna get into that. Well, you know what?
We are. We backtracked for you though.
Okay, all right, whatever. Jesus, Keith. Okay, so my worst date was and it was really awkward too because I didn't know that this kid that wanted to go on a date with me was actually my guy best friend's cousin. But I did know that he was friends with this kid that I grew up with who's had a crush on me since we were like 10 years old. And that made it awkward in general because they were good friends. And I was like, this is weird. So my best friend, his name is Travis, he asked me what I was doing that night, and I told him that I was going out on a date with this kid, and he's like, oh, who? And I told him the kid's name, and I was like, oh, it's Tyler, and he's like, Tyler what? And I told him his last name, and he was like, that's my cousin. And I was like, oh, well, that's awkward. So I went on the date, and it started off great. Like, first off, he drove all the way out to where at the time I lived in Clinton Township.
Okay.
And freeze.
And that was it. So that was a very interesting one there. I'm sorry. This is just not our usual format here. But anybody on the side, if you've got one of your best or worst dates too, please share those as well with us because we want to hear about them. Welcome back there, Mona.
She's
Mona.
pixelating.
Can anybody still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Kind of.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but so he drove all the way out and he took me to the Great Baraboo and we had like a drink or two and we had dinner. And then he was like, well, I don't want to just leave, so do you want to go to Dave and Buster's? And I was like, sure, because at the moment I was having fun. We went to Dave and Buster's, we played a couple games, and when like I actually had to interact with him and there wasn't like alcohol involved and it was just like interacting with someone, I was like, wow, this kid's really boring.
Now we're talking about the best date right now, right?
It's both.
The
It's
best
both,
date was
Keith.
after the worst. This is
Oh,
the
it's
weird
the
part.
same night, two different people. Okay.
Yeah, so listen, so at this time I'm not officially dating anybody. This is when Josh and I first started talking. Josh is my current boyfriend. And when I got to Dave and Buster's, Josh is texting me and I'm telling him like my night is miserable. I'm not really having that great of a time. He makes a joke because he really wanted to hang out with me. At this point, he's been trying to hang out with me for the last like year, and I'm finally like giving him attention. And I was like, he's like, well, why don't you leave your date and come hang out with me? And I was like, okay.
Okay. I was like,
So, and he was like, yeah, okay, you're not going to. And I was like, watch. Just watch me. So I did. And then I went. And I was like, yeah, I told him, I was like, yeah, I got to go home. I was like, my boss just texted me. She needed to come in the morning. Because I was the manager at my restaurant that I worked at. So it was completely believable. And I went in and like he dropped me off. I changed. I called Josh and like Josh came and like met up with me and we smoked and like
you fucked,
we just
didn't
got to,
you?
like, no, actually we didn't.
That's
So-
good.
PG.
Don't even.
You could say fucking PG. Just your parents have to guide you with what it means.
We didn't
Oh,
fuck.
Lord.
Okay, we smoked, we flirted, and we talked. And then my best date with him was when he took me randomly to the pumpkin patch. Like he took me home. Like we were driving. And then I was kind of being a brat because I was in a bad mood. So we were driving and we dropped something off at home. No, it was after we got the oil change. We woke up. He went and got me oil change. And then he took me home and said, run upstairs, get dressed, and get everything you need for the pumpkin patch. And took me to the pumpkin patch and got me an apple cider slushie and donuts.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Just to let you know, Bill and everybody else, it's podcast PG, which is a made-up system, so I can really do whatever I want.
That means it's my show and I'll do what I want.
Pretty much. Okay, so we've gotten some of the dates in there. That's really cool. I like the fact you go out with the worst one first, then you set the bar really low, and the next one's just going to have to work out.
It was
Because
like
definitely,
maybe. It was cool.
Yeah.
Never set the bar low, okay?
yeah. Well, the first one did before Josh.
Well,
When you-
listen, if Josh was worse than him, then I would have known Josh was just not going to it because
That's
that
what
man
I'm
was
saying.
so
It could only go up.
boring. Like,
Josh should
it
be
was...
really
out-
proud of his cousin.
Is
Thank
that
you,
code?
cousin.
Is that code?
Yeah, that's the PG code.
Just turn it down, you know.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
let's talk about a couple subjects within this. First of all, what about role reversal? Is it all right for the woman to treat the guy? Is that
Yeah.
on these occasions? Is it bad that they don't remember that the guy doesn't remember to do it? Does that fall on the woman sometimes? Like he
No.
doesn't remember
What
the
do you
day.
mean?
Is it right for the woman to sit there all day and say, "Well, I'm waiting for him to say it. I'm waiting for him to say Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Sweetest Day"? Is it wrong that maybe he's waiting for her?
Ladies,
No, not at all.
We're dumb, and we don't.
dumb.
We are.
We find it really hard to care about anything.
Here's
No,
the
like,
thing.
so it's... like,
Hold on,
it
Mona.
seems like-
Hold on, Mona. Nikki, what were you saying?
I said, here's the thing. In 12 years, going on 13 years of marriage, one thing I have learned is if I want something and I want it to be his idea, I have to, I have to feed the information to him. So there's no forgetting special moments because I'm like a broken record. I will pound things into your brain in a very subtle way, though. I'm subtle.
Okay, well, let me explain something really quick about that. You see this
Subtle doesn't
glass?
work.
See this glass? This glass holds this much liquor. If I keep pouring liquor into this glass, it'll stay full with information, but other shit's gonna fall out. Okay? So basic things in our head fall away when you add more stuff. We're not a very complicated species, us men.
We want you to tell us what you want, but not subtly.
I don't-
Walking
Not-
out the door, you'll
not
say,
subtly.
"Pick up milk for me." While you're out there, we will close that door, and as we let go of the handle, we have no idea what you
What are
said.
you two doing?
Yeah, we come back with like a cat. Like, is this?
Is this what you
smack
wanted?
me with that.
It
I
can
swear
make
to
milk.
Like
God.
trivia. She's supposed to, say,
Yes,
what?
Bill, just like trivia.
No, see, here's the thing, because I've legitimately said to my husband, look, I would really love for you to
Okay.
buy me some flowers.
So
No, I
I
have no...
I want to say this. If I get hit with a pillow, it's my boyfriend because we are delayed so randomly.
There it is.
Okay, yes, you got it. All right, go ahead, Nikki. We're just going to watch the show with Mona.
I totally just had a brain fart. I've legitimately said, okay, look, I would love for you to buy me some flowers. I have no problem buying myself flowers. It's the gesture behind the actual, offering. I've even gone as specific as saying, I don't like roses. I'm going to make it easy. Just go to go to the grocery store and grab a bundle.
Well, what have you done? I mean, that kind of goes with the thing that you just said, that it's okay for the woman to take it over and do something for the man. What have you done in return?
Lots.
On a day meant for both of you.
Lots.
Not his birthday,
He does
not your
everything.
birthday, but a day meant for both of you.
I mean, still lots. I'm a gift giver, and I've just kind of come to terms that my husband is not. So I gift myself. I'm okay with that. I've come to terms with it. I'm okay. But I do a lot for the people I love. It doesn't even have to be a special day. I just do like to do special things. As
Well, I
the
get that. That's
gesture.
part of the relationship, and that's nice to have that back and forth between each other. But I'm saying on the day, we're just commenting how you send special hints out there. You do everything you can. Yes, it's a brain fart. Can you smell it? Bill, I fucking love you.
Sorry.
But on that special day, you keep saying you hint and you tell them, you try to drill into people's heads. Why not drill it? And what have you done just so that you're the one who brings it up, so that you cause that day? So that have you ever taken your man out? Have you decided to make the night about him for a change.
Oh yeah, about him for
but
like a first special day.
Every single other night is about him. Why do I have to take care of the holiday too? I feel so bad for women.
no,
Guys are
I mean,
so bad at this.
There are times where I'm
I
like,
know 'cause I
okay,
am.
Yeah.
okay, he's not a gift giver. I got to do something here. But sometimes him and I was just talking to him about this last night. Like, we're so far from each other as to like what I might find entertaining and like I would want to do on a night out is like totally opposite of him. So we have to try to reinvent ourselves as to what together, you know what I mean, combined.
So let
we
me
can
let me
enjoy.
see if I understand this, because I am a guy and I'm trying to figure it out. All right, so he should do it and make it all about you. If you do
No.
it for him, it's got to be something that's together,
No.
that you both enjoy.
No.
You're gonna
But
get canceled, Keith.
I'm
No.
trying to find out. I'm curious because
No,
guys
no.
really don't know this stuff sometimes.
no, not at all. I'm just saying in general, like, because I always concede, and when it's about my husband, like, I want him to enjoy his day, so I want to do what he wants to do, but at the same time, we're always struggling as a couple to find things, not just Sweetest Day, but I think it's important to have date nights.
Yes.
Once a week, once a month, whatever, however you can work it in. And we've been trying to figure out different things, with the season. We can't necessarily be hiking in freaking 6 feet of snow when that shit hits, and my body doesn't handle cold weather because I'm old.
Well, no, I understand that. I'm just like a lot of people always. It's common to blame the guy if something's forgotten along lines of like anniversary, Valentine's Day. I won't count Sweetest Day because some people just don't celebrate that.
Yeah.
With that, but it's usually always on the shoulders of the guy to remember that. And I was just curious, from the women on the panel, have you ever been pretty much the guy role in that sense?
I mean, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
good.
I like I said, I'm the one. I've learned going on 13 years now. I know my husband's not a gift giver, and that's fine. It's okay. And
that's
I
cool.
will take that role. But when he works so much, we're apart so much that it could be something so tiny, and as long as we're spending time together.
Well, moving
it's
holidays
great.
and moving dates and celebrating on a different time is a very common thing too. To try to find a spot that you can both,
Yeah.
get together. What about you, Mona? If you're actually listening right now.
What's up? All right,
Okay.
everything. No, I just
Okay.
think it's like, I don't know, like, I guess, like, my opinion on it isn't really girly, but I think it's bullshit that people expect their boyfriend or their girlfriend to do something nice to them one day out of the year. Like, if you have to do something nice for me just because it's Valentine's Day or Sweetest Day, then, like, what is the point? Because you should want to do something, like, because you want to, and it doesn't always mean, like, buying gifts and not, like, and I think
Well,
the idea
here's
is, like, made it
here's
like,
the
oh, you have to
catch
get
on
me a
that.
gift.
Here's the catch on that partly. You're right that you should want to do nice things all the time in your relationship for each other throughout the year. But you can't always take your girlfriend or boyfriend or spouse out to a $150 dinner every single night of the year
But
and to a
that's what I
fancy
was
hotel
getting- that's
or
what
something
I was
like that.
getting at.
Yeah.
People think Valentine's Day is, oh my god, he has to take me to a fancy hotel, Sweetest Day. Dude, you literally could order a pizza and put on my favorite movie and turn your phone off and turn off the PlayStation and hang out with me all night for Valentine's Day. And I promise you, I would like that more than a $20,000 bag. Or
And the thing-
pay my car insurance or
Ouch,
something like
ouch,
that.
ouch, Bill.
Yeah,
$19.99. You got a room at the newly opened MGM, filled it with 21 dozen roses, 21 dozen balloons, and the bitch decided to see a local bar band. Never again. Well, Bill, I'm gonna guess that counts as the worst date experience you've had, and
I'm gonna assume so, Keith.
I am
I mean,
definitely
Pretty rough.
gonna
Yeah.
count that. Have you ever
Aw.
talked to this woman again?
I hope not.
Hopefully it ended in like the best night he ever had.
He was at the
Not all
casino,
of
so if
them.
he was high rolling, he might have.
Right, like
Not
hey, I
all
got a
of them
room.
expect it, though, Bill. Not all of them expect it.
I don't.
Well, the last thing you
No.
want to do as a guy is make the holidays seem like they're an obligation.
But here's my
yeah.
advice.
Thank
for
you,
Valentine's
Brandon.
Day.
Well, it should be a want, and I think
yeah.
that's where maybe not as many on this panel because you have a more open view of it. But I think where a lot of people come from with that is that it's your chance to do something extra special and just remember that it's there. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of women, particularly in this case, feel forgotten about if they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
something
best thing to
extra.
do though is to do something that's out of the blue, not on one of those days. Cause
That's what
my
I mean.
favorite.
Yeah.
Like I went and I talked to a guy in Chinese for a while just to get this really rare record for my girl, and it was this deep thing that I actually kind of enjoyed after I got into it. Like I was like just scouring the internet for anybody that had this record for under like $1,000. And I talked to this Chinese
wow.
guy, finally got the record, got it shipped, and it was just out of the blue and just, not about some holiday thing. And I feel like it meant a lot more that way.
That's the spontaneous thoughtfulness
I love
is
it.
the best. Or sometimes even... Wow,
Bill.
good for you.
Good job, Bill.
How great
so
have your
it,
other
it
sweetest days been?
may have been
Right.
your worst, sweetest day, but absolutely probably one of your best date nights.
Right.
Just without
But
her.
here's a thought,
All
though, that I
alone.
just thought. For Valentine's Day, if girls want their boyfriend to do something cute to them, like, don't wait the whole year. Literally, Valentine's Day is February 14th. That is 2 weeks into February. So your boyfriend is going to get paid. He gets paid bi-weekly or every week. He's going to get paid. Bring it up the week before. Bring it up. Because they're not going to forget it if you bring it up. You know what I'm saying? If you bring it up.
Oh,
month
yes,
or
we
out.
will. Yes,
Yes.
we will.
They do.
Well, the
I
more you
could
bring
bring
it
it
up,
up
the
every
better.
day. Aw.
Well,
I feel
guess
that,
I'm fucking
Ashley.
with Josh because he don't be forgetting.
Hold on, Mona. I want to hit this question up real quick. Ashley says, or statement, I feel like he's not a gift giver is kind of a cop-out, and I kind of agree with that. But if Nikki's love language is receiving gifts, he should take that into account. Well, yeah, it depends on what your partner, your spouse actually enjoys and what they like.
Right.
And what you said next was learn how your partners want love, even if it's different from how you want love. And that's what I meant by when sometimes you're trying to find something that totally relates to both of you. That sometimes for the special day reverse it's something that you wouldn't do normally because you don't like it that relates to the other person.
Yeah, which is actually initially when I bought because I bought myself a handgun and I started taking classes. I was thinking, oh, this will be a great thing, we can do together. Women bring it up the day after Christmas. Lies. There's lies.
They do.
Not my
I
household.
mean, the one
Any-
that ditched the hotel room to go see the bar band, she probably does, but the rest,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Right.
everybody.
Right. But what was I saying? Son of a gun. I just got told. What was I talking about?
You were actually commenting back at Ashley initially with
Oh, yeah,
he's not
yeah.
an if giver, and you said I feel that. So
Yeah, I totally feel that because I don't know if you guys know, there are different love languages. Different people respond differently. I gift myself. It's my self-love. So it's just something I've grown okay with. I don't really think gifts is my love language. As a child, it would make me uncomfortable at my birthday parties when everybody would gather around and they're singing to you and then you got to open your gifts up individually while they watch you. It just always made me very uncomfortable. I like giving gifts. I'm the gift giver. I don't think gifts is my love language.
hey Wayne, how you doing? Good to see you.
Wayne, that's a cute puppy.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask then for Brandon. Let's put him on the spot here real quick. Taking money out of the equation. Say that both people are completely broke.
Wouldn't
they can't
that be
afford.
easy? Wouldn't that be so
They,
nice?
both people know they can't afford. What would you want to see a woman do for you that would be just really unique and special?
Yeah.
Taking away money and taking away just a blowjob while playing video games. Taking away those basic, because I know the basic ones.
It makes it hard to focus.
Come on. Okay,
I don't know,
gotcha.
Yeah, I've always been a bad gift giver, and some people are like Nikki, where gifts mean a lot more. So I think it's important for the guys to, even if you're not the best at whatever the love language might be, to try. Trying is probably the most important thing, unless you just try once a year and then back out.
Well, yeah, if you try once a year, it kind of ruins the date too, because it's supposed to be something extra special, not something special.
Now,
Right.
what if
But then-
I got a question for you guys? What if she gifts you something? What if she puts her heart and soul into the thought of it, and when you open it, it's not what you might have hoped for, and you're even if you don't say it,
Yes,
it
Bill.
shows. Yes.
Right, so
I'll
it's
bring
like-
her girlfriend.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like
Yeah, why not?
I
If
never-
it's something you're both into.
Right.
as part of the like gift giving thing too, I always have a hard time trying to figure out what I would even want as a gift, right? And that
Yeah.
doesn't make it easy for anybody. So it's hard for me to even think like what.
What
would
do you
I
think you would
want?
really prefer? I don't know whether it's happened or not. Do you think you would prefer to receive some expensive gift, or would you prefer that special bill type night? Maybe
Yeah,
minus the
Neither.
other girl. Well, I'm saying the
Oh.
bill type night was the bonfire, the
Right.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
stuff.
Togetherness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I like a memory over a large bill.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
See, and now Wayne got the best gift for himself yesterday. It was Taco Bell, and that's a really
time.
good gift too, because you're still kind of
the gift
paying
that
for it
keeps
today.
on giving. Yeah. The gift
Yeah, I
that
was
keeps on giving.
But that gift can also sometimes take away later.
True.
I got what you meant there, Wayne. That's true. It can. What about you, Nikki? Being female, of course, a lot of females are more into the present and the gifts. But what about you? What would you actually prefer? Would you want a nice elaborate gift that, now mind you, the elaborate gift showed you how much they loved you, or would you rather have the memory? Would you want something physical to commemorate that?
The
or
memory,
of it?
the memory, absolutely 100%. Because, I mean, gifts are just gifts. They're just materials. They come, they go. I've rebuilt my life so many times from zero that physical things mean nothing. If there's something I want, and I absolutely need it in my life, I'll go get it. But I would rather be gifted the time of just like to have some laughter with my family and create moments that I'll remember, that whoever's a part of it will remember. That's
I'm
what
gonna
I want.
ask-
It is scary though to be like to have a gift, and especially if it's like a experience or a night out or a certain plan. It's scary to go about it and do it and it not land the way you thought it would. Like
Oh,
Yeah,
for
like
sure
a
on
proposal,
that one.
like a proposal
It's-
gone
it's
bad or
scary.
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't they didn't like it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow.
I take
okay,
it the Allison
blew it.
thing didn't work out from Wednesday, Bill, huh?
Aw, bummer.
So, Bill, I have a question for you. I want to put you on the spot a little bit. I know Bill personally is kind of this rough exterior guy, and he, as you've seen by a lot of his comments, he's a comedian. He's the one who wants to add things, and he's really good at it. Bill, what would your idea of something that nobody else thinks you would want be for a perfect date or gift? I want to see
Just
how you
want her to
respond
bring
to
me a
this.
Shirley Temple.
I just want to surely tell. Yeah, but Bill will be talking about the actress. All right. Mona.
Yeah.
Mona, what about you? What do you think you would prefer? Now, I'm asking you specifically because I've seen posts regarding you and your boyfriend, and you want mansions and you want a lot of shit. So what would you prefer most of all deep down? Do you think that really that material stuff is going to make that happiness? Or what if you lived in a
No,
shack?
I just want a big house because, I just want a big house. But I would be perfectly fine living in a normal ass house, you know what I'm saying, and being with someone who loves and appreciates me and treats me well. Because you can live in a big mansion and still get treated like shit and not be happy.
Okay,
I
now...
I could ask for a mansion. I might ask for a mansion. I don't know.
I
That
want,
was on the
but
table.
No,
that-
we can't. We can't.
everybody. It's like a dream. Like, do I honestly believe I'm going to be in a big ass house like that? No. Do I honestly expect my husband to buy me the house? No. Do I expect him and I both to go half on the house? Yes. Do I expect him to buy me the nice car that I want? No. I don't expect my boyfriend to buy me anything. I don't expect him to do anything that I know that I can do myself. I don't expect him to pay any of
See,
my
I don't
bills.
necessarily think that's right either. I think it's actually good to expect certain people to buy and take care of you in certain ways, provided you do the same thing in return.
So it's
I don't
kind of a
think
dangerous game, though.
that's wrong.
You have to be careful with expectations. You got to keep them.
I was just
there,
gonna-
but keep them
Yeah.
realistic.
I'm
right?
just
I was just gonna
I've
say,
just
do you
always
find-
been that type.
Have you ever thought that to be intimidating, though? When you're dating this guy who likes you and you want to be with, he wants to be with you, but you're showing him all this expensive stuff that in his head he can never do for you. Do you think
Right.
that causes him intimidation or a hard time for him?
I
My
would
opinion
imagine.
on that is if me wanting to provide for myself nice things that I work hard for, if that intimidates you, then clearly your ambition
I'm not
can't
talking
match
about that.
mine.
I'm talking about the photographs and stuff, and I know some of the stuff is like, we're going to live in this mansion and stuff. I know that you don't truly believe that's probably going to happen just like that. I know that. I know you don't expect it. But from a guy's perspective who wants to do everything he can for you, to see unrealistic things put in front of him of which you want can sometimes be very hard for them to find
again, my opinion
the right
is this,
thing.
like, if I post a $5 million house saying, oh my God, I want, and you think that I realistically expect a $5 million mansion in 5 years, then no,
I don't think he does.
Don't talk to me, because like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, if you read into a Facebook post that deep, then you don't need to talk to me, because I will literally post something talking about a breakup and I had the best day with my boyfriend.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
if I like how a house looks, half the houses that I post, that I share, I like how they look.
And understand-
realistically want a house like that? No, because the way I'm
Okay.
looking at it, even if I was a billionaire,
Okay, we got to
I'm
stop
not
you for 1
spending those
second.
bills.
It can
We
be
gotta stop you
intimidating
for
as a
1
guy
second.
when
But
they're
what
like,
I'm
I want
saying-
this
I'm not
mansion,
saying
you're
you're
like,
doing
best I
anything.
can do is a kayak.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
That's fine.
You know, it's like when you're getting married, and this wasn't specific to you because a lot of women do this. I was just using the example because I've seen those. But like when you want to buy a wedding ring for somebody, and then you go shopping and looking with the wife, and she points out the $30,000 rings.
Yeah, you're like,
And
I gotta do
you're-
crimes.
You know, now the wife or the soon-to-be wife or whoever knows that you're not going to be able to buy this, but as the guy, you really wish you could. And it makes it really difficult sometimes, even though you have no expectations. But before we go further on that, Bill, I really appreciate this answer. You like playing trivia with friends, by the way. I love you playing trivia. You're awesome at it. You're a lot of fun, my nemesis.
What beats a back rub too? They're so nice.
But really, that is sometimes the simple things that make for the perfect date, and you don't always see that in people coming up.
Right.
You think that they want all this elaborate stuff, and you think that, especially with guys, because we talked about this in a previous show, we put on this womanizing attitude. We got to love everybody. That's all we want in sex. Sometimes we don't, and that back rub is an amazing thing. Sure, if it leads to something else, I'm sure Bill won't complain.
And Mona's onto something with the phone thing too. Is like, you know, the not being on the phones and just having a little bit more of that connection thing. Sometimes
Yes.
all you really want is to be able to sit down and have like that hour and a half conversation that just
Yes.
flies by and what feels
That's
like
a
5
big
minutes.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's like a movie that I want to watch, like, don't be on your phone. Do
Right.
not, like,
Same with me.
because
There's
like,
nothing worse than like, hey, what just happened?
Right.
yeah,
No,
like, and then I
exactly.
have to rewind it, or like if we
No, you
start a
don't. That's
show-
when you keep going and say, you fucking missed it.
like things like, even like shows, like Josh knows. That's why sometimes it takes us really long to finish shows, because if I want to watch a show, like when we're binge watching a show, like that's us spending time together, even though we're both paying attention. Like, but it's cool because like when we were watching Game of Thrones, like if something happened and we watched it and we both were into it, we would pause it, smoke a cigarette, talk about it, go make something to eat, come back up. We didn't care about our phones. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool to
Has
do
anybody
something
ever
with
been
them.
on a date or a date night with their current spouse or partner where they did pay attention too much to their phones?
My husband could probably say it about me sometimes, just because I work from my phone, and sometimes my business, you know, happens at certain times I can't control. I do try to make a conscious effort, because, you know, it's important to me too. I say it to my kids all the time. Like, I've never had them all in a room and everybody wasn't on their phones and like,
Right.
What'd you say? I can't stand that. So,
Well, you want to be the focus.
yeah.
You know, at least at some point you do.
Well, my thing is, like, I'll be talking and they'll nod as if they hear me. They might even say, yeah. Like, Greg's famous for that. He'll say, yep, uh-huh. And then I'll stop. Like, I'll stop talking to see if they're going to react to the fact that I stopped talking.
And they don't even notice.
No, they don't even
Exactly.
notice. And then I'll be like, I've literally gone minutes, like long, silent minutes waiting for the response. Sometimes I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's like how the
How
guy
about-
brain's like it's waiting for that inflection of a question or
Yes.
silence. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I gotta jump back in now.
Yeah.
How about great dates you don't remember? Any of those?
Most of them.
Most of them?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, because when I was dating the wrong people, that was my way of getting through the date. Get to a point where I don't
Well,
remember.
yeah. I had a few of those moments, I'm not going to lie. Pre-Navy, like throwing caution to the wind.
So, any of them that were actually good dates that you don't remember, like you really wish you remembered it?
No, likely not.
Not that started a bar, you had a great time, you were hanging out, but you were both so drunk by the end of the night, you have no idea exactly what happened.
Actually, I can say yes to that. It was when I was my very first bartending job. And he seemed like a great guy. Only like it was I never saw him again. He like just like he disappeared into the dark night. So whatever. Bye, buddy.
Yeah, guess that's a good point, Danielle. I was thinking about more the next. I was thinking more about the actual next day, like like I don't remember what happened after this point of the night.
Yeah, just like I think we had a great time. Why are we in Iowa?
Wayne, you're making me so sad here.
What the hell is that? Aw.
A date is whatever you want it to be. It's just connecting with somebody, really. You don't have to call it a date or
Connecting
anything.
with yourself.
We need to do a
deep.
speed
Well, I do that
dating
regularly.
event. Let's do a speed dating
Wayne,
event.
how are you not getting dates with that puppy?
Yeah, bring the puppy everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's going to help a lot.
I had a
Yes.
bit where I had a business where guys can rent a puppy for the weekend.
Stop
Called
it.
Wing
Really?
Pups.
It works with kids too, but people got
Babies?
mad that we let them out on leashes. Because you walk through the park with a kid, you'll pick somebody up.
You can't put a shock collar on the kid.
Well, you
No.
can.
Yeah.
You can. You just have to
Frowned
hide it
upon.
underneath the sweater.
Guys.
Nobody else can see it.
Some kids
But
could use it.
Save the children.
Save the world.
Danielle, you should know what dates are too. A lot of people in here feel alone. This goes back to our single show that you feel you're not going to find people and stuff like that. I wish you were there, Danielle, for that show. That would have been a good one for you.
You guys,
Charisse.
so I wasn't on that show. I left it open for other people. But one thing I did want to say about that show, I didn't get good Wi-Fi that day. Was you can be married and still be alone or feel alone.
Which we had mentioned that, I think. We
Yeah.
had talked about that briefly.
I didn't see.
Yeah, we had mentioned that sometimes being together doesn't, or having a family or anything like that does not mean you are not alone.
Right.
Forever
Yeah,
single.
the thing I was gonna add to that show if
Get
I
up
got
here.
on it was
Come
there's
on.
this thing too where like everyone
Sit
always like
upstairs.
it's such like a Lifetime Hallmark
here.
movie like seems BS, but every once in a while, right when you think like okay, I guess I'm just gonna be alone for a while, you'll have this like moment where someone walks in your life and it just throws you back in a way
Exactly.
that is so like cheesy, but until it happens, you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's
actually
I call
real.
it aha moments. People have them. Pay
So,
attention.
is that a good date that became a bad date in a few days there, Bill?
I love
Wow.
cider.
Oh, you better go. Hey,
Okay. Wow. Your dog is awesome, Wayne, but you're pretty awesome yourself.
Yeah. I can't even
You
tell
guys-
if she has a dog or if that's the boyfriend.
I want to...
Sit down.
Ouch!
Drop
but
it.
both Danielle, Wayne, sometimes you're not going to find these people. You got to put yourself out there a little bit, but stop doing it in a search fashion.
Yeah.
Stop
always
expecting
say-
that you're going to have somebody by the end of the night or you're going to find somebody. Just put yourself out there for people to see who you really are, and the right people, trust me, in time, they will gravitate towards you.
Yes, it's so true. I always tell my kids, like, when they talk about, they don't have enough friends or this or that or whatever, making new friends, I tell them sometimes we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable to bring the people who should be around us to, so they'll gravitate to us.
Right.
It's just
And
part of life.
That's
I'm not
that's
ready to
important. So we covered obviously the best and worst dates here at that point.
did.
And we covered a lot as far as most of that stuff goes. Have you ever done anything you really hated doing for the other person? Mm-hmm. What's that, Nikki?
We went to St. Thomas a few Thanksgivings back, I think like 2012. Greg is a total freaking adrenaline junkie, daredevil. He'll jump from the highest heights, and I'm like, that's my biggest fear is heights. So he took me ziplining.
yeah.
It was terrifying. It was absolutely
you up?
terrifying. I did not want to do it. In the end, I'm happy to say, though the very last link of the zip line, I had to it was a test of my will in trust in this whole system. I hated every minute of it, but I had to jump off this platform. All the other ones you would like lift your legs up and then you would
go.
like, yeah. This one I had to physically jump off of, and it like dropped down a minute before it caught on the zip line. Well, Greg went first. They gave him all his instructions, checked all his hooks, and the guy went to count down, and he turned around, and Greg was gone. He was like, bye, and jumped off.
Connected yet?
Yeah, me, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. No, I can't do it. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so I sat down on my butt, and I'm like, I'll just scoot off the edge. Oh, it's horrible. I still have nightmares.
Oh my gosh.
But you did
Anyhow,
it.
have you ever done anything for somebody else that you were not a partner with on Sweetest Day or Valentine's Day? Like when you were single and they were alone. Have you taken anybody out as friends or just because they had nobody?
I had a friend from high school. Oh, he was my best friend. Like, that kid would have done anything for me when I was having problems with my parents. He's like, let's run away together. Like, he was going to fund the whole trip. He was always alone. I found out later in life it was because he wasn't, which he did come out, but he was kind of in a confused time. He didn't know who he was. He didn't know if he liked girls or boys or what he liked. And he figured it out, but we did tons of stuff together, even when I didn't want to. And he did like this, he wanted to do the strangest stuff. Like, he was like the grunge friend. So we would go to like Ferndale and just like hang out with the bums. Sometimes it was cool, you know, like if there was people playing music and we would just wander, but we were always wandering. Like, we were never, like, I started to feel like a bum. like we would just be gone for days, but it was because I loved him and I didn't ever want him to be alone. I always feared like he would be that friend I would lose to suicide.
You okay, Mona?
Turn his heater off.
Are you on the toilet?
Yeah, I gotta turn the heater off because it's.
All right, we'll get back to you.
Oh
You're
my
on the
God.
toilet? I'm sorry, you on the toilet? Yeah. No.
But yeah, I would have.
I'm not on the toilet. I'm in my room still.
Oh my God, Bill.
Okay.
Don't go
It was a
there.
horror flick.
You
It was
bring-
a girly movie. Love
I
it.
have, you know what that happened with me is I knew nothing about Twilight when Twilight
Oh,
came
I
out.
love
All-
Twilight.
Okay, Keith,
I
that
know,
is
you're a woman, of course you did.
Halloween Town. That's
Halloween Town is just, I don't even want to talk about that. But no, I had that, and I'm thinking, ooh, zombies, or sorry, vampires, werewolves, my kind of flick. Let's go see this. You could not recreate the facial expression I have leaving that theater. Like, this is not in any way what I wanted to see. So disappointing. Same thing with Beastly.
I actually just rewatched or started
Well, you
rewatching
get
Twilight
Just
the day before yesterday. It's on Hulu.
I am
for
sorry
Halloween.
about that.
I love it.
I know Twilight. Well, obviously they did. It was a huge series. A lot
Yeah.
of people did love it.
I watched like 2 minutes of any of the Twilight movies, and it happened to be the one where she's pregnant and just like folded, and I was like, "Oh, my
that
god,
was
what is
creepy.
this?"
Yeah, that was
Oh my God.
creepy. That was a little creepy.
Girly movies. Go figure.
Right.
Danielle, start making him as Shirley Temple.
Do you ever try to change your date's mind for the women on here? Like the guy, oh, you'll like this though. I don't like romantic movies. You'll like this one. Trust me. Just pay attention. It's so
Yeah,
sweet.
that's one thing I can always say when we do go to the movies, it is never something I want to see. And I don't know how many times I've said to Greg, you don't get to choose the movie anymore. That was stupid. And then the next time we go, guess who chooses? Not me.
Of course he does. That's why you're going. What about you, Mona? If you're, alert.
He has made me watch so many movies I don't want to watch because I make him watch scary movies all the time. He made me go kayaking, and he knows that I'm scared of large things of water, and he made me go
kayak's so-
kayaking.
I love. Did
Okay.
you like it
Fun.
afterwards though?
No, I did, but it was pretty scary. And then he told me he was gonna leave me in the middle of the lake, knowing I can't swim.
Did you have a life
So he made me
jacket
cry.
on? Did you
Yeah,
at least have a
but I
life?
cried.
So it's like baby bird syndrome. Just kick you out there. I'm going to leave you
Right.
if you don't
Get
swim.
out there, yeah. Sink or
like-
swim,
it's like
girl.
It's like
Have
when
you ever-
John
have-
Wayne would-
And
when John Wayne
so
would
I
toss
don't
a
like
kid in the
haunted
water?
houses, and he's making me go to one with him because he wants to go to a haunted house.
Well, that's a good shared experience. They're fun. They can be fun, though. They can
Yeah.
be enjoyable
Yeah.
to a point. Now, Brandon, posed to you because I've done this on multiple occasions. Have
Bitch,
you had
I
this
told
woman
you
who?
to get up here.
So, have you ever? This is a unique guest for us. I'm sorry.
Good fun.
We never know. Everybody's welcome to join the panel. So, have you ever had your girlfriend, current or past or anything like that, had you watch something or do something that you're like, that she insists you're gonna like no matter what, even though it's not your thing? Deep down, you end up liking it, but won't admit it.
Yeah, like all right, let's watch Lion King for the 900th time.
Oh, God.
I'm sure this will be great.
Oh.
But then also I'm mouthing the words the whole way through the movie.
Yeah, that's the life of a
Right.
parent, though. I don't know how many times I watched cartoons and Thomas the Train over and over.
See, that's acceptable though. Like I know some
That's
Powerpuff
acceptable.
Girls lines because I got nieces, but I didn't think that my partner would be like, all right, Lion King again, go.
Well, I mean, Wayne,
Yeah.
that's a good place, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a date per se.
I considered that as an option yesterday, actually, Wayne, because I've got this trunk or treat thing we're participating in, and I considered like assembling some spider legs, but after I reconsidered how many people I have to transport in my vehicle, the tiger guy, what?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know. After I considered
Let's talk about
how
the
many-
movie.
how many people I have to transport and everything else, I opted. Home Depot was not my date night option.
Mona, did you put that bitch in her place?
And also the dog.
I sure
told you
did.
to get back in the cage.
Boy.
I guess
No,
not.
I'm fine.
All right.
Game room, and now he's on top of the stairs again.
I'm waiting to come back. She's gonna
You
be
don't
on like
listen.
this dominatrix get up with her
Oh
whip.
my god. Okay, specifically to you here,
here.
Nikki, have the kids ever been a problem of trying to get a date night together?
I mean, yeah, at younger, I didn't do nothing for so long.
It's the Tiger King he's talking about, but I don't remember his actual name.
Oh,
The tiger
oh.
guy.
I didn't watch that show. Yeah, when the kids were younger, definitely. I didn't have the support system to be able to reach out and say, "Hey, can you watch the?" Because for me, it wasn't just one kid; it was kids. Multiple, plural, many of them. So yeah, we didn't go out much. So it was always like family. We did family things to make up for it, I guess.
I'm going to bring it back Wayne's comment here because I said I don't know if that's exactly the best date thing, but it's a good gift idea. Sometimes even separating for a little bit, get what you want there and send her to a store she likes. I mean, do you want to go into Claire's or what? I don't even know some of these women's stores out there, but I know there's ones you don't
Sometimes-
want to go to.
Sometimes it's fun just to go to a store and just be goofy together for
Yes.
a while, no matter what's in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that actually makes for great date nights from experience. We've done that, and they don't always get it. Like, let's stop by Myers. Myers used to be my thing all the time.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
we
we
would
could
do
go to
Walmart.
late night Meyer runs, or we would go to Denny's like super late night.
Yeah, they hated us.
Yes, they hated us too. I'm sorry to say we were assholes at times. But
And you can't win with places like Denny's because either you walk in and you're like, oh, great, here's these drunks again.
Right.
Or you walk in and you're sober, like, oh, they think they're all that because they didn't drink.
No, we did have this one waitress who just loved us. I went there many a times pregnant, late night pregnant, because I was 20 when I had my daughter, so or when I was pregnant with my daughter, so I was still out having some kind of fun. Her name was Bridget. She was the best waitress too, but she took care of us. Some of them were like, "Oh God, here's the needy people," but we tipped well. Like,
Yeah.
I always take care of my servers.
And that's usually all it takes for them because they've been sober all night.
Yeah.
They've dealt with so
Ooh.
much crap.
Cosmic
Bowling
bowling.
is so fun.
Yes, I
Yes,
just told
the
Greg
best.
last night when on our drive home, and I had said to him, we need to find new things, and we passed by. We went down 12 Mile, which holy freaking construction everywhere. Where did our state get all the money for 75 construction?
Different
Like,
topic.
What the hell? Anyways, and we were going down 12 Mile, and we passed the bowling alley, and I'm like, oh, bowling, that's what we can do next time. And he just looked at me like, okay. I'm like, what? It's fun.
And
It'll be
Danielle,
good."
Danielle used to be one of my partners in crime for the late night Myers
Late night
runs. I
Meyer.
miss those.
Aw.
It was our Tuesday. New movies came out, so every Monday night, back when DVDs were a thing, we had to be there. I collected all the movies that came out, good or bad.
Okay.
But we would just like have so much fun in there, lightsabers, shit like that.
See, those are the dates that I think I miss the most. Not the, like, trying to make it a commitment date. It's the friends dates. Like, my friends, like, going out and just having fun. Unequivocal, just...
Yeah.
No strings attached fun. Do
Nah,
you take
Bill.
acid to do that? What?
No,
As
Bill,
for Bill-
if you go somewhere they don't have cosmic bowling,
You
then
can make
take
it.
the acid
Yes.
and
You
it
can make it
becomes
cosmic bowling.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's all like blacklight. It's really cool. They play some good, not necessarily good music, but music with a beat.
Yeah, you can kind of dance
Continuously.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Do the moonwalk
it's
and you
it's
got
a
the shoes.
totally different experience, but it's a really enjoyable bowling experience.
Yeah,
And
but
Laser
do
tag
they
is
make you
cool.
wear a mask nowadays? Like,
I think in bowling alleys you have to right now.
laser tag?
Are there any laser tag places around still?
Yeah, 15 in Gratiot. I've done a couple birthday parties there.
They're still there?
Yeah. That is always a blast. I love me. some
Laser tag's
tag.
a lot of fun. They just don't make those little things big enough for people of larger calibers to
Aren't
put
they
on.
like just over your shoulders?
Well,
Or do
yeah,
they-
but sometimes they sit horizontally on you. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
But
I get it.
yeah, we
got
lost
beat
one
up in
woman
a
was
laser
having
tag
a
once.
I think
internet
there's
and
one
mind
in
connection issues.
Utica too. There's a laser tag in downtown Utica.
They
The
moved
old
it.
post
that was
office.
Beamers. That used to be
Yeah.
Beamers. That was the best. It was 2
Yeah.
stories. It was amazing. And then
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
a Chinese
There
kid
used to
beat
be
me
one
up.
at I think it was like 13 Mile area, and John R had one for a while. I
Yeah.
think it was 13.
I think there's another one, Zap, I think it's called, up Van Dyke, but I've never seen
I
the
think
parking lot. so-
Zap's gone. I think the building's there, but I think it's gone. I think I just startled Nikki a little bit there.
I was like, whoa.
Wasn't ready.
Kind of through that. There's not much of a final word because really this was just talking about a lot of the experience we had and the things we've done. Dating, of course, has its ups and downs all the time. You're eventually going to find that person, but one thing you don't want to forget is when you are with that person and you eventually hopefully marry them and have a great life together, don't forget dating should never leave the equation. Special days should never leave the equation. If you can't always afford to do something, there's many more things actually you can do than what you can pay for.
Yeah.
And don't forget about that. Sometimes it is as simple as the old tropes of breakfast in bed, or as Bill said, somebody just to rub your back or be there for you. And especially in today's world, it's not limited to the guy for the girl sometimes. If you ever look back at either, because sometimes there's guys that don't work and women do, and they're the breadwinners, and there's vice versa, of course, as well. Sometimes if you realize that they are the ones who do things on a regular basis all day, every day for you, and they give you this really nice life, maybe that special day should be reversed, regardless of which position you're in, and you should take the time to do something for someone else. Dating should never end. It should always be a part of your life, because it's always that one moment to show you that you still matter, and no matter what I've ever done for you, I'm always willing to do a little bit more. And I think that's the biggest thing to take away from it.
Amen.
I agree. Whirly Ball. We missed that one, though.
Whirly
Bill,
Ball's
Whirly
Oh,
Ball.
Whirly Ball's
Whirly
good.
Ball's fun.
Good times.
They still got that one off Van Dyke? Used to be Max
I think
Play
so.
and the rink. And
I think so. I think it's still there.
that was a fun one.
So definitely keep up on all that. And remember, just always love who you're with and never feel alone, especially to Wayne and Danielle. You're not. And keep your friends handy more than anything, because sometimes go on a date with your friends.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be romantic.
Be fun.
Yeah, it can actually sometimes be more fun because you're not trying for an end goal. And when you're
Exactly.
starting out in first dating, a lot of times in both their heads, there's an end goal in mind. You know, and they're hoping for it. With friends, you can really be concentrating on the good time. Coming up on Wednesday, we've got another topic coming for you. We're starting to get into the Halloween mood. This one's been about last night, a Sweetest Day special, as you've heard. But Wednesday is Fear Factor. What are you afraid of? That's going to be an interesting topic because we're not just going to talk about things like spiders and snakes and lizards, oh my. We're going to talk about things that also go death. What are you really afraid of? Is it isolation, loneliness, losing family, death? Brandon, because that can be scary too.
That's what I love. I knew there was going to be creepy masks out.
I bet you there will be at some point. So join us for that topic. That should be a lot of fun. Talk about your different fears, how you sometimes manage them if you don't. But also we'll talk about the basics fears that just are stupid as hell, but you have them. Because we all have those too. Like, I don't know why I'm afraid of this, but I am. It terrifies me. So that'll be a good time. Don't forget while you're here to like, share, follow, subscribe.
Yes.
You know all the links. We got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got Periscope, we got Twitch, we got everything. Just like, share, follow. Go to the website, earshouldervoice.com. Get notified our shows, suggest topics, and a whole bunch of other things you can do, even be a part of the panel. Other than that, my name is Keith Litfin. This has been a very fun show, a very different show than usual.
Yeah, very different.
Very
I'm
different.
Nikki.
But that is Nikki. Thank you.
I'm Nikki. Is it my turn?
It was your turn. You did fine. You did fine.
And I'm Brandon, and guys, step it up. I know it's hard, but try and focus. And
That is true. I want to say before we go on that's a good point. Guys often don't step it up because they don't feel sometimes their responsibility to. And it is.
Focus.
It is.
Unfair, guys. I think it's fair to everybody, just everybody. Let's
Oh
just
no,
say
Mona's at Nikki's house.
Yeah, I think it happened. Yeah, we're losing Nikki. But, guys do step it up. But women, sometimes it doesn't hurt to step it up, too. You love the same. Thank you again for coming to ESV, and we'll see you all later. Bye. Well, that was interesting.
Hey,
what is my
now I know
connection
about-
still?
No, you're good
Twitching?
again.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you're
just
better
went
now.
towards the very end. You did. You clicked out a little bit. But
Hey, I wouldn't have known about Baby Death Hill or whatever.
That's so creepy. I don't even want to see that. Like, especially when you got the Bible thumping town right on the outskirts.
That's how you
oh
know.
my
That's how
god,
you know
that
it's
is
real.
really, really, really creepy.
What if none of that's even real?
That was interesting. We're all gonna go look for these dead babies on the road.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Right.
Yeah, like I pull up to a church. Is the dead babies near here?
Oh my god, that was an interesting topic to start the show off with.
Right.
Like,
What
where are
was
we
your
going
best
with
cake?
this?
Dead babies.
It was kind of interesting. We got to kind of see 50 Shades of Mona as the show went on. I was like,
Did you even realize she was muted? Was she like
That's the
just?
best.
no, I don't think
It's
so.
like, I think it's important to do things together. You get off the lawn!
By the way, thank you, Bill. I just got to say that. I just want to say it because I should end my show with thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
Is he
It's
saying
gonna
he
it's gonna
looks
be like
Tiger King? Is that what
Good
he
Night,
was
Matt
saying?
Damon or whatever, huh?
Was he saying he looks like Tiger King? Is that what he's trying to get to? He's like, I'm the
He
Tiger
kind of
guy.
does actually with that picture. Let's say, yeah, maybe
Oh, he kind of does. Is that him?
that's Bill. Yeah.
He looks like if someone tried to dress as Ted Nugent
Yeah, I was
and
thinking
a
like.
cat at the same time.
Yeah, I was thinking something. I didn't realize that was him. I was thinking like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. I saw
Oh
long
yeah,
hair.
he's like that. Well, that was a good show. I mean, it was different. It was fun. It
I got to
was.
see Wayne's dog. That was cool.
Yeah, Wayne. We love his dog. Really cute. Wayne's a good guy too.
Good laughs. I
stuff.
like that we get so many people interacting and commenting. That helps boost us.
We reviewed on all 4 streams simultaneously this time.
Wonderful.
Sorry. That was fun.
Of all shows to go to everybody, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Well, everyone on Twitch was like, yeah, this is about right.
Whoa, did you watch
This
that
is
show?
not normal.
No, on Twitch it probably was.
Oh, I don't even know what Twitch is.
Twitch is
Twitch,
more a
they saw
gaming
the-
platform
Oh.
that they use when you're playing games, but they've delved often into doing a lot more live stuff besides
it.
games. But they're still mainly gaming.
Got it.
Twitch people saw the black light and acid, and they're like, speaking of, and then they took acid.
Yeah, that's right.
James Hetfield.
James Hetfield. Okay, yeah, I can
That's,
go with that.
That's metallic. Yeah.
I scared the living shit out of myself the other night. I went to bed and you ever go to bed like late at night in a dark house and you're the only one up and like your mind starts playing tricks on you and you hear like voices or noises or whatever.
yeah.
So our room is in the basement. Greg was sleeping on the couch, so I was down in the basement, hearing all the creepy sounds by myself. And I was laying down, and I went to roll over, and I saw like this streak of light. So I'm like looking all around, like, where'd that come from? Till I realized my nail tech put a glow in the dark sticker on each of my middle fingers, and I was seeing the light on my nails move around.
That'll freak you out a little. And fuck you, Brandon, Hannah Montana.
No, I loved it. I was in it.
You know
like
what
it.
sucks is since you said that, all I'm thinking is iCarly.
Yes.
Like, it looks like the iCarly.
Pretty
No,
good,
you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
feeling
the
the best
dirty,
of both
raunchy
worlds.
Miley Cyrus, how she is now, like as raunchy as she is.
I think for one of our shows, I'll come in on a wrecking ball like that.
And a brain fart. A brain fart.
I've got to do something. Like that. I should actually do it in the background of the whole Meet the Panel thing.
So down.
Is it transpose your body on a wrecking ball?
Yeah, exactly what we're going to do.